Why, hello there. This is a little much, isn't it? Let's lose it. Let's lose it, yeah. What's up, everyone? Erika here, and I'm back today with another video for you. What's up, friends? If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Erika, and if you are not new, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you, and thank you for clicking on today's video because it's gonna be a fun one. I feel like I say that in every video, so hopefully I'm delivering and videos are actually fun. I'm not just saying it and it's not actually true. But anyway, nonetheless, for today's video, I am participating in the Forgotten Favorites hosted by my friends Jasem over at Awesome Jasem and my friend Saria over at DreamItDIY. If you guys have been with me for a while, you will probably know that this has now been in the works for about 6 or 7 months. Every month we are celebrating a Disney Forgotten Favorite. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. A forgotten favorite, a movie that is not as celebrated maybe as it should be. And today we are celebrating one of my all-time favorites, which again is another thing I feel like I say in every video, but I have a lot of favorites, okay? That's right, folks. Today we are celebrating Oliver and Company. This movie is so special to me. I have quite the fond memories of my childhood with this movie, specifically with my dad. I feel like my dad really got into this movie when I went through like being obsessed with this movie as a kid, and he still quotes Tito, the dog, the Chihuahua from the movie, and which, to be fair, Tito has some of the most quotable lines, so I understand. But you know me, like I relate to one dog specifically in this movie, and if you guys are thinking Tito, no, okay? Just because I'm Mexican. No, I'm just kidding. I relate to the queen, the diva herself, Miss Georgette. I honestly love all of the dogs and obviously Oliver. I love all of the animals in Oliver and Company. Not so much Roscoe and DeSoto, right? DeSoto? I think it's Roscoe and DeSoto. Anyway, but everyone else I love in this movie. The song that Jenny sings to Oliver like gets me in my feels every single time I hear it. Anyway, every time we celebrate a forgotten favorite, I like to share little bits and pieces that I specifically enjoy about the movie. So you guys will have to let me know if you do love Oliver and Company, what is something that you enjoy about the movie specifically. But for today's video, I had this idea. As you guys might know, I'm a big fan of my Cricut Explore Air, which is a die cut machine. I do love sharing with you guys the crafts that I create with my Cricut, so today I'm going to be doing that. As I was sharing with you guys, I love the animals in Oliver and Company, but I specifically love Georgette and Tito. I mean, Georgette was voiced by Winifred Sanderson, okay? Well, really Bette Midler, but you know, she's Winifred. My witch spirit into my dog spirit, like me. That's me all in one. Sure, let's go with that. I love how sassy, how demanding, how fabulous she is, and Tito is just so lovable and hilarious, and I can't get enough of both of them. So for today's videos, crafts, they are all centered around one of my favorite couples, Georgette and Tito. The concept I had for today's video is I do from time to time like to purchase SVG files from Etsy and create things with them. So today's concept came to me that I'm going to be taking one SVG file and turning that into 2 separate crafts. The first one is going to be this little tote bag that I designed and, you know, ironed on and all that good stuff with all my heat transfer vinyl. And the second is going to be these his and her shirts that I made for my husband and I. I love matching with my entire family, but I love the couple dynamic of Tito and Georgette. I love the way that they came out. I'm obviously wearing mine right now, but you guys will have to stick around to see JD's. Before I forget, please do not forget to check out everyone listed in the description box. You guys will not regret it. I know I tell you guys this in every video, but trust me, this collaboration for this month, there is some amazing content being put out there. I know about at least 2 Disney bounds I am so excited for. One is from a channel that has yet to do a Disney bound, so a first timer, if you will, and I cannot wait. Definitely some ears, some DIYs, just the works. So I can't wait to see what everyone's come up with, like the final result. Just a friendly reminder, if you make your way through these videos, give everybody a thumbs up. It's a great way to show some of your favorite content creators that you like what we're doing, and a free way to support us. I will shut my little trap. Let's go ahead and get on into the tutorial. All right, friends, now that I've done all of the talking in the world, I'm going to start with the tutorial. So there were quite a bit of colors that I needed to use for these SVG files. So between Tito and Georgette, they required 10 different colors of heat transfer vinyl. And you guys will see later on in the video, the blue gray color that Georgette's fur is, I didn't have anything that matched that perfectly. And I would say I have a pretty good array of different colors. So if you guys can find a better heat transfer color than this blue that I'll be showing you guys later, that'll be better, but I'm just working with what I had. So it was a lot of weeding. So that's what I'm showing you guys here. You guys will see the designs obviously as we move further along. So for the tote bag, I went with Tito and Georgette, and I did a decal that says "Forever Yours," and then for mine and JD's shirts, you guys will see the designs a little bit later. Getting started with the tote bag, you guys know my drill. I always have to lint roll it. Then I'm going to turn on my Cricut heat press. I fold the tote bag right down the center, and that creates this perfect guide for me to align the decal with. So I'm just going to iron the tote bag flat. The outline of the decal here, that's all in black, I fold this in half and it lines up perfectly with that seam that we created. All I'm going to do is leave this on for 30 seconds at 330 degrees. This heat transfer vinyl that I'm working with does better pulling the transfer tape when it's hot, and I just removed the iron, but some of the vinyl wasn't coming off. So all I'll do is just kind of lay the heat press down a little longer, and I'm very strategic with the way that I pull off the transfer tape. You just got to be really careful so you don't lift up any of it. And if you do, like Georgette's little nose came up a little bit, you just be careful around those specific spots, and then I will, hit it with the heat press once again. So this time around, I really wanted to take my time and show you guys the process of layering the vinyl. In my previous video that I showed you guys making my Christmas in July ears, I sped through the process, which I will go pretty quick through this, but I did want to share with you guys a little bit more of an in-depth tutorial, I guess. So here I'm laying the white portion of Georgette over the black. So I kind of wanted to just give you guys some tips. With heat transfer vinyl, when you're layering it, you have to take some time between the first layer to the second, because the heat transfer vinyl is still very hot and the next layer will attach itself to heat instantaneously. So if I were to lay down the black vinyl, lay down the heat press, and then put the white over immediately, I wouldn't be able to rearrange the white layer as well as I could have if I had waited. I hope that makes sense. It will stick onto whatever surface you're putting if it's hot pretty quickly. So I really take my time. And this is another tip I wanted to share with you guys. This transfer tape, you never want to layer them. So you'll see me lay down a piece of transfer paper, or the next layer, if you will, and I kind of cut around it to make sure that the other piece, so here I'm cutting a piece of clear transfer tape from Georgette. That way I'm able to layer another piece and not have them overlap one another, because that will ruin your design. So just make sure there's one piece of transfer tape, none of them are, overlapping. And here I cut these tiny pieces really, really small, so I was able to I didn't have to do them one at a time. I cut the pieces small enough to where they were not overlapping. The last piece I did was what you just saw, Tito's little green headband, and here is the tote bag. I love it. As I mentioned, I love this couple so very much, and you guys know I love me a pun. So this tote bag was made for me, and I can't wait to take it to the grocery store for, you know, the essentials. Next up, I am making my his and her shirts for JD and I. Here, I'm kind of measuring what I normally do, you guys. Same thing that if you've seen me do other shirts in the past. I take a graphic tee or a shirt that has a design over the left breast, and I try to mimic the same placement. So I did kind of like a spread out hand down and then just 4 fingers in for the design. Again, you guys do whatever works best for you. If you want to be a little bit more specific on the measurements, you go for it. In my previous video that I was mentioning, the Christmas in July, a friend of mine asked me if the mini heat press, like if I think it's worth it, and that's what you guys see me using here. I absolutely think it's worth it. You guys saw how big the regular Cricut heat press is. This one is so ideal. I can leave it on my desk. I don't really have to worry about, well, I guess I always have to worry about burning myself, but I just feel like it's a little less bulky, a little less scary. I don't really have to worry about like stepping on it or anything. I can leave it on my desk, and it's very light. So I don't know, it's super convenient for me, perfect for these little projects. So I did want to share with you guys, when layering this much heat transfer vinyl, I don't do the full 30 seconds. You know, I showed you guys previously, it's 330 degrees for 30 seconds. I do not do that when I'm layering these many colors. What I normally do is I will lay down the base, which is usually like the black, the silhouette. I will do that for 30 seconds because that is the majority of it. And then from there, I will do all the additional colors for about 15 seconds. And the final result will be a full 30 seconds on the completed design. And here are the completed designs, the shirts completely done. I love them so much, you guys. I selected my personal favorite quotes for each character, and my husband is the best. That just kind of goes along with whatever I want to do. So I'm really fortunate that he's always a good sport and lets me, you know, geek out with all my Disney merch with him. That does it for my 2 Oliver & Company inspired DIYs. I hope that you guys enjoyed them. I so enjoyed making them. Again, I love matching with my entire family, but I do like, you know, that my husband and I have like this little inside joke, if you will. I've mentioned this before in previous videos. I don't always include the footage of me working in Cricut Design Space, the designing process that I do to go through the to make the design in Cricut Design Space. But if that is something that you guys are interested in, or if you have any questions, either leave them in the comments or shoot me a DM on Instagram. I will be happy to help you guys in any way that I can. I'm obviously no expert, but I do thoroughly enjoy it. I love using my Cricut. I'm sure you guys get that because I do Cricut videos like all the time. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you are, you know, still considering whether you should subscribe or not, here I am asking you kindly, please subscribe if you haven't yet. I would love you for it. Don't forget to make your way down to the description box so you guys can check out all of my friends and their creations for this collaboration. And I think that's it for now. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you back again for the next one. Bye.